see if this works. So, we're going to have Spotify this time, playing off of the computer connected to Google Home. Hey Google, turn the volume to 70%. Alright, now, let's get some music going there. And then I'm going to have a different set of music playing in my headphones because I don't want to hear... It's not that I don't want to hear the music that you're listening to. It's that I want to be able to turn the music up to unsafe levels. And so if I do that, then you guys are going to hear blaring, which I don't want. And so let's do this. Connect to device. Speaker. Okay. Let's go with just simple. Simple. Give me something simple. Mirage. See if that stays there on top of the furnace. Is that loud enough? Now, let's go to the stream. See if this is too loud or too soft. Because I want you to be able to hear me talking, even though I'm not going to be talking in this one, but you know what I'm saying. That's okay. That's okay. Alright, now, here's the test. So, now, I play on my headphones. Heh! Cool. We got two songs going at the same time. This is brilliant. So you guys enjoy whatever I'm playing there. So what we'll do is I'm gonna just go to my training playlist. Play this on shuffle. Shuffle. And I just hope it gets to some good songs for you. That's a good song. Okay. Let me put Spotify into the bottom corner so I could just see what it's playing. No, you know what? It'll be playing good music. Don't worry. Actually, this works. I can see this. This is good. It's all good. Okay, power calibrated. Good. It's all timed out. It's good. Let me adjust. All right. Fans on. There we go. I have the window open right now. It's minus 18 with the wind chill right now. Or I guess it was this morning. I guess it's 2:56 now. This is my morning ride. I actually woke up at like 7, but it's just taking forever to get moving this morning. Just things to do. Like criticize flow track. Let's start. I'm just gonna start pedaling. I'm freezing. Let's go. My God. I got some new bike shorts last week. Just because if you noticed, I've been rolling down my bibs. Just because with the pelvic pain, I'm not liking right now having them like pulled up. You know what I mean? It's not comfortable. If I could ride in no bike shorts, it'd be better. But having them pulling up on me is not very comfortable. But anyway, so I just got some simple shorts, like bike shorts, but like the shorts versions, from Black Bibs, who are probably my favorite bike shorts because they're not expensive, critically. Bike shorts should not cost $280 for what they do. Yeah, they're really comfortable. They last a long time. No chafing. I had the others there. Had them for 3 years, and I only had 2 pairs of them, and I was alternating day in, day out in those 2. But yeah, these new ones, they seem like they have a different chamois. This thing is banging. It is so nice. Like, wow. And this position actually already feels better. I moved my saddle back 2.5 millimeters this morning. This is the first ride with it. This already actually feels better 2 minutes in. My left hamstring, which is the non-problematic side, it was getting aggravated. The saddle was so much lower than what it had been, and even though it was good in that I was more comfortable in the saddle itself, it seemed like because it was lower, I was using my hamstrings like a lot more, it seemed. Like they were always kind of like short and like just using them a lot, and so I was getting some kind of tendinopathy in distal left hamstring just the last couple days. And so I was talking to JP the other day, saying like, what the issue was, and saying, I think I either need to move it back or move it up. And decided to go with back, which is the better, I think, because was like feeling behind me, and I was like sitting, I'm almost like behind the saddle, you know what I mean? Like, how like on tri-saddles, you're normally like a little bit off the front. Here it was like, I was like swallowing the saddle, you know what I mean? Like just out the back of it. So I think it was just a touch too far forward, even though, as I said, it relieved a bunch of other problems. It was just, the hamstring wasn't adapting. Like, my quads were kind of smoked after the first ride just because it was quite an adjustment with how much lower it was. But they adapted, and then I wasn't feeling them by about, ride number 3 or 4. But the hamstring was starting to kind of degrade a bit, like maladapt. It was past the period of, it's just new. It was getting to the point, it's like, something's not right with it. I felt some tendinopathy type in distal hamstring last few days, and was like, nah, I gotta nip this in the butt quick, before it becomes like a big problem. And this actually already feels like my sit bone is actually a little bit more on the saddle. Before it felt like it was actually almost behind it, if that makes sense. So I'm happy with this right now. Just a very small change. I didn't want to move it like 1 millimeter because it's like I wanted to move it enough that it's like there's a change, but not so much that it undoes what we gained. And this seems to be a good 2 to 3 millimeters. I think is a good amount to, like, you know, make little changes. You know, where it's like you can feel something, but it's not like way like holy moly. You're not like dropping it by 10 millimeters or moving it back by a centimeter. You know what I mean? I know those are the same thing, but you're not moving it back by a centimeter or two, which is like, whoa, that's way too much. Like, you definitely shouldn't be doing a workout like today's. Which, yeah, on today, you would have seen in my. Is that not loud enough? Let me just hear in the stream. Hey Google, turn the volume up to 85%. That sounds better. At least you can hear it. Alright. Oh, we got a comment. Oh, thank you for stopping in, Derek. We'll be back. That's what we intend to do today, too, for sure. Today will be a nice set on tap. 24 minutes, around 6.1, 6.2. And yeah, thank you for tuning in, even if it's just to say hi. I don't expect many views in the middle of the day. So, even just stopping in and saying hi, that's much appreciated. Man, it's cold. Alright. So once the actual workout starts, I won't be talking as much, because it is a pretty, it's not an impossible set, considering I did 6 of these with 0 issue a couple weeks back. So 8 shouldn't be like crazy, but it's also not an easy set. This is like 108-ish% for 3 minutes at a time. And there's a decent amount of fatigue I feel in my legs at the moment versus the last time I did the 6, and then the little tempo on the end. Today, no tempo on the end. Yeah, should be a good set. We could do the same pattern as did last time, which was 45 seconds out, 90 seconds in, 45 seconds out of the saddle. I'm on the Tron bike. Whoops. Whoops. Man, I hear that now, for sure. I even got noise canceling and I still hear it. It's okay. It's not a good song right now. full volume, then there'll be a cacophony of sound going in my ears. Alright, now we go 5 minutes slow cadence. Let's get out of this. It's funny, I can kind of hear the little tinging of music, and then mine is blasting. Yeah, this is better. I'm sitting in a better spot on the saddle, I think. Better. Before I could see in the mirrors that I got around me, just it was like, I could barely even see the saddle. Better, 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 better. I'd like to do the same thing I did the last time, which it's not great. Like, I'll say, you don't always want to be trying to match previous workouts. It's kind of a bad mindset to be like, you know, the last time I did this. Every day's kind of different, but I'd like to match the idea, which was building the power 1 to 8. And just like the last time, I will stand out of the saddle on the last rep to mimic the last 3 minutes on the Alpe in a couple weeks. Possibly next week, depending on how this goes. What's playing on your guys then? Oh, Joel Fletcher, he's good, he's good, he's good. Good people. It's got those kind of dark vibes. I'll be back this summer. That's the goal. That's the goal for sure. This summer, yeah, I'm not like setting dates, strict dates, but in my mind, that's the goal for sure. And thank you. Yeah, the running, I'll answer in a second. 1 second. It's just coming up to the little threshold part. Running is going well. I'm building extremely slowly, but that's by design. And yeah, I just need to stay patient, even though it feels incredibly slow right now, like in terms of where the mileage is sitting. If I keep building as I am, it should have me around, including recovery weeks, or like down mileage weeks, it should have me around 40 miles ish by about mid-May, which is kind of where I think I need to be, like at a minimum on things. Not at a minimum, I shouldn't say that, but like it's where I want to be able to perform, I think, how I like, and how I know I can perform. But yeah, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday is when I'm running these days. Air feels a bit dry. But yeah, so 3 times a week, 2 shorter, 1 about 20% longer than the 2 shorts. And yeah, I'm at week number, this is 9, starting tomorrow. And yeah, my stride actually feels really good. In about 3 weeks, I'll start doing some strides. And then I'll do that for about 4 to 6 weeks. And then I'll keep things very simple in terms of workouts. For sure. That's going to be just like kind of basic because I haven't done a workout. 1 second. I haven't done a run workout since November 3rd, 2022. So, very long time ago. And so, I'm gonna keep things very simple. It'll be like K repeats, mile repeats, like threshold strides. That's it. I'm not gonna do probably any like super high stress stuff. So there won't be too many like VO2 800s. It's kind of gonna be low risk kind of stuff, which for me that is tempo. Build up that capacity, like just kind of aerobic, general aerobic. All right, a few minutes easy and then you get it going. And thank you for tuning in. And the support throughout, no doubt. All the support is much, 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 much appreciated. It has been truly brutal last few years. Can't even explain how bad some of the days were. Many of the days, just kind of 24/7 pain, having nothing relieve it. Like at all. Like people, oh, so did that drug help? Did that medication help? And you're like, nope. Did you get any side effects? Nope. Couldn't even tell you if I took it or not. And like, but anyways, I will be releasing a video very soon, discussing in a lot more detail where we are, where we've been, and critically where we're going. And that will be coming out quite soon. But yeah, we're starting 2025 in exponentially night and day kind of position compared to the start of 2024. And the start of 2023 was just downright brutal. But 2024, I was not kind of being like, things are gonna work. Kind of, or not that I lost faith, I mean, but like, it was like, I felt like it was really far away. I knew I was gonna get there, but it still seemed like miles away. And I had no kind of, like, yeah, in 2024 I'm gonna be racing again. It was like, I'm gonna keep working to get back, but it was kind of like, we'll see. 2025, I feel pretty like optimistic in terms of like, yeah, we'll be racing this year in some capacity. I don't know if it's gonna be triathlon. I don't know if it's gonna be duathlon. I don't know if it's gonna be running, but it's gonna be racing for sure. I like it a lot better. If you've been following, and I know you have, I'm an extremely heavy sweater, and so the chest one always chafes me like crazy, and the readings end up kind of going all over the place after a little while, and basically the heart rate monitor just dies because it's like taking so much sweat, and so the battery like rusts out really quickly. This one seems to be out of the splash zone a little bit, so to speak. It's lasted 4 years or so now. The battery's fantastic, it's good. The readings to me seem really, really accurate, really reliable. And then you barely notice it's there critically. me set myself up here. That's a good resistance. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what that's like. The first one usually takes a couple tries to get the resistance where I want.
Psychedelics allow deviate the cognitive landscape.
See, like I didn't like it there. It's too little. So 45 seconds out, 90 seconds in. 45 seconds out.
Suitable for survival. So, this is why we experience this all the time. But the brain is equipped with a whole infrastructure that allows different versions of them. This is why we experience different things on LSD or any other psychoactive substance. The brain is capable of experiencing.
Easy, Frank. We want to build. Three, 6, 5. 6'6". But I haven't seen any negatives yet to the heart rate. As I said, it's lasted a long time. Can't really ask for more than, I think this is year number 5 on the same one. Band's still intact. I'm probably gonna get a copyright thing on this one. I'm looking at what's playing. That's Lana, I think. Right? Lana Del Rey. But this is working. You guys get music, I get music. Mine's a lot louder. Oh yeah! That was the speaker somehow decided to leap for it. It heard me. You okay, little buddy? Oh no, it cracked. Oh, there goes the speaker. Oh shit. Speaker cracked in half. Literally! I just commented on it. Oy, Google Home down the drain. What happened, buddy? Oy, shit. Six. Had to work for that one. Oh, somehow it's still playing. There's a big red thing on the screen because it literally cracked. It was perfectly fine. Maybe that's what happened. The bass. But the base probably shifted it. Yeah, that was a slow start, so I had to kind of motor on the back end of that one. Well, it's still playing, so hopefully it's not broken for dead. He's with my niece at gymnastics right now. Three, 6, 7. All right, new idea. Just thinking about it as I was doing that one. The last interval I said I was gonna hit that one a little harder, all out of the saddle. I was gonna be number 8. I'm gonna do that one on number 7. So do the hammer interval on number 7 and see if I could rally for number 8. I think that'll be a really good, I'll be the better test. Anybody can hit the last one hard. This will be hit the second last one hard. turn around and do it another decent one. A little bit different than what I normally do. So 2 more normal and then that one. Six, 8. 6-9. Alright, now the hammer interval. What song? Put that last one out of your mind. $3.99. Ah! Ah! Ugh. Sick. Ugh. One more. Hey, I'll talk to this guy. I'm gonna barf right now. 370. Oh. Oh. That was very good. Holy moly. Thank you, David. That was good. Felt a little bit coming up there midway through that last interval, but oh, that was good. 370. So, off the top of my head, I think it was 365, 366, 367, 368, 368, 369, 399, 370. So like an erg-like progression in the other intervals, the spike, and then like 369 on number 6 and 370 on number 8 is amazing. I am properly chuffed with the execution on that one, and one second. The execution was so good. Heart rate was quite high today, but legs were really good. Heart rate was just high, and it spiked when on that, I guess it was the third rep, when distracted at the beginning by Google Home diving off the furnace to its death here. Seems to be working, but it cracked right down the middle, and there's a big red light on the top. But so I had to work on that one. Heart rate got very high on that. It's also that I'm trying to talk and stuff as much as I can throughout. Heart rate gets not a full recovery, but don't really care about heart rate. Like, it could be 195, it could be 210. I don't really care. I hit the power bang on. Like, that's the thing, like, you know, comparing, like, oh, well, the last time I did this workout, you know, the heart rate peaked at, like, you know, whatever, 170. And it's like, well, last time was last time. This time, I mean, I did beat all the numbers, pretty much. Just did, you know, 5 watts per kilo for an hour and 3 minutes. So it's like, you know, normalized is going to be probably 305. So I couldn't care less what the heart rate is. Legs felt great. Like, it did feel hard, no question. That was hard coming back off that 7th. But, like, I mean, if we want to get into comparisons, it's like, you know, the last time, you know, if we want to play that game, well, you know, the last time my hard one was 386. This time it was 399, you know, and the last time, that was the last interval. This time, it was the 7th. And that was, I think, a really great test. Because it's like, you know, I was thinking about it actually, like on the 1st and 2nd being when I said I was going to do that hard one to finish. And I thought, you know, I do that all the time. You know, last one, fast one. You know, I do that pretty often. Like, in this type of a workout, I mean. Like, when it's like, you know, 10 times 2 or, you know, 6 times 3 or whatever. Like, these kind of VO2 sets. Like, steadier end of VO2, I mean. Not like the Ronstadt intervals, where it's just like full gas, pretty much, from interval 1. Here it's, you know, kind of a steadier end VO2. It's like 108, 110%. And it's like, you know, the mental strength is what we're working as well, and we need it for the Alpe. And you know, it takes a lot of mental strength to you know, fully commit to that 7th when you have another one to come right after. And that takes a lot of here, 1 second. That takes a lot of, give me 1 sec. You just take my shoe off. Back. It takes like a lot of, as I said, mental strength, but it's also like the, like, trusting, right? You gotta, when you do an interval, they're called hammer, like people call them a lot of things. For me, I call them hammer intervals. And I've done many workouts where it's like, you know, you're doing, you know, say 10 times, you know, a minute or whatever, and you're like, you know, I'm gonna hammer the 3rd and the 7th, you know, whatever. It's like that with swimming too, you know. You say like, oh, you know, I want you to hammer this interval, and then like go back to the steady. And I think what doing what I did today accomplishes, like what you get out of it in terms of not just the, as I said, the kind of the physical in terms of coming back from that high end effort and then still putting a good effort. And as I said, if we look at the progression of the intervals, they went like 365, 66, 67, 68, 69, the hammer interval, and then 70. So if we look at 6 and 8, it was 369 and 370 with the spike in the middle. So like it's a perfect progression there. So while you get the physical benefit of being able to come off the hammer and go back to the progression ladder, like the progression that you're creating with that, the other thing that I think it does is from the mental side, you learn how to like trust yourself, trust your fitness, because the only way to really give, because some people will put like a hammer interval and they'll kind of like, halfway it, you know what I mean? They'll be like, yeah, I'm hammering, but it's like, are you, are you really going that hard? Here it was 120% for 3 minutes, which is pretty hard. Like that deep into the workout, like that's pretty solid. Like 120% for 3 minutes on its own is nothing, but 120% after 18 minutes at 110, let's say average, it's like that's a lot. And so to be able to actually trust yourself and commit to it, to be able to actually be like, we're going to go hard, and I trust in my fitness, I trust that I will be able to come off of that hammer and go back to the steady. And that takes, as I said, that takes a lot of belief in yourself, which is really good to have for the longer efforts like the Alpe, where it's like, it's really easy, 5 minutes in, 10 minutes in, to start doubting yourself and being like, I think people sometimes see me, looking smooth and being like, wow, you look great. And it's like, I'm dying inside. You know what I mean? I'm putting this poker face on right now for myself more than anything. I am dying. Like my soul is slowly, like it's dimming as we go. And so it's like, it's really easy in that moment to be like, yo, you got so much longer. Like, there's no way you can keep this. And then back right off. It takes trust and being like, I've trained for this. And it comes, this goes across to anything in your training, right? Like people a lot of times, it's funny, as a coach, I can see it like, it's really evident. And then I'm going to get going here. But it's really evident in a lot of people, where sometimes people, it's like they have, I'm sometimes coaching two different people. And this goes for myself too, but like I see it in my athletes a lot. It's like, it seems sometimes like I'm coaching two different people. There's the training person that I'm coaching, and then there's the racing person. And a lot of times those two people have like very different personalities. Sometimes and different viewpoints on things. Sometimes what you'll see is, and as I said, I can do the same too, but like when you're training, it's like, you're kind of a god, and it's like, I'm smashing this workout, I'm smashing this, I'm feeling fit. And then, come the night before the race, it's like, oh, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Like, I don't know, I'll just do, I'll do my best, you know what I mean? I'll do my best, but, I'm not making any promises, we'll see. I don't know. And so it's like they've lost all their, like they're a totally different person. They've lost all their confidence. And so just like today's hammer interval, it takes a lot to stand. It's a real massive benefit to you to be able to stand on the start line after you've done your work, after you've trained hard, and to be like, I have done my training, I've done my part, I got myself to the start line feeling good, feeling healthy, like I've done everything that I wanted to do. And sometimes, like, it's not every single thing that you've wanted to do, but it's like, because sometimes there's always like, I wish I did one more workout or one more long run or whatever. But it's like, I did the best I could do in my situation with my schedule and work schedule and family schedules and whatever. I've done my best. I've done my training, and now I trust my training, and I'm gonna execute my plan, and I'm gonna be smart, and I'm gonna execute my training. I'm gonna do what I've done, and maybe even be able to exceed it by a little bit. And so having trust in yourself is a huge advantage. It's a big strength in sports, big strength in life, but in sport in particular, like for what we're talking about, it's a huge thing. And I think that hammer interval really does that today. And that's why I was thinking about, as I was doing that, thinking, no, I'm gonna do it on the 7th, because it takes that trust and knowing I am really fit. I can recover from 400 watts at 3 minutes, 90 seconds later, and put 370 or something around there. I know I could do that. I'm strong enough physically and mentally to do that. And that, I think, will pay big dividends on the Alp when you're 10 minutes in, and as I said, you're dying like inside, and to be able to trust yourself and be like, I've trained for this. I will get to the top. I know that, and I'm gonna, just keep executing the plan that we've laid out. It will work out. Anyways, sorry to ramble. But yeah, really good set today. And this is just before I go. Let's just. All right. Let me see if see what you guys are looking. So we got orange lights here, and then can you see right there? See that? So there's a big crack right down the center here. Sounds like there's kind of something like out of place inside that's come loose. Hey Google. Hey Google, what's the temperature outside?
The mic's back on.
Ah! It's perfectly fine, everyone. So the red light was telling me that the mic button, this button, had been, I guess, pushed in when it took the leap from the top there. And so I think this is just cosmetic. Hey Google, what's the temperature outside?
The temperature in Guelph right now is -8 degrees.
Cool. Okay, I think it's okay. We'll maybe put some tape here. Dad will never notice. I'll just quietly put this back in his room. He will never notice. I'll get some white, I don't know, nail polish. If I have some white paint somewhere, I'll just paint over this very quiet. It's our secret. Our secret. All right. I'll just put this casually. I'm just gonna put it. I'll turn it around. I'll turn the thing around. You'll never know. All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. Catch you later this week. Hopefully, I put out a nice video at some point this week. Temperature is cold tomorrow, so let's see if I do any filming or of any kind, but we'll see. Anyways, thanks everyone for tuning in, and I'm glad this even though it jumped on me, we learned something. Don't put it on top of a relatively smooth surface, because my music is so like jumping that it literally, the Google was jumping and jumped too far. It jumped way too far. It got a little carried away. And so now we'll know for next time. I'll just put it like here, or maybe even over there behind the fans. Maybe that'll project the sound nicely to you guys. But this worked. I was able to have music. You had music. A-okay. Alrighty. Lunchtime at 4:15. Wonderful. Absolutely crazy. We're getting later and later every day.